So what piano should you buy for a beginner? This is a question we get asked all the time here at ePianos. We know the situation very well. You might be learning to play yourself, or you might have children that are learning to play, and you don't want to invest too much because of course you might be into something else in 6 months' time, or your kids might not be interested in 6 months' time. You have to draw a balance somewhere. Now the model I've got behind me here has probably been the biggest selling piano for beginners that we have ever sold. I'll show you why. It's called the Yamaha P125 portable piano. Okay, now the reasons why this has been one of the most popular for beginners is, firstly, it's quite affordable. You will have paid much less than £500. I say that because the prices vary somewhat, but it's going to be under £500 for this piano. It also has a realistic feel and sound to it. Now what do I mean by that? Now it's got the same amount of keys as a traditional piano, 88 keys. The keys themselves feel heavy. It's what we call weighted keys. You might have heard of people asking for a digital piano that feels like a real piano or a traditional piano. This model replicates the feel of a real piano, so they're heavy to the touch. And as for the sound, have a quick listen. Okay, so that's a real feel that it has. Feels like a real piano, traditional piano, and it sounds like a real piano. Now, the other reason that it's very popular for beginners is it's relatively small and lightweight. Now, it's important to realise that this setup I've got in front of me here has an optional wooden stand on it. That's what this wooden thing is here. Now, when you buy the Yamaha P125, you'll just get this in the box. The top section, the music rest, it comes with a pedal, the power adapter to plug it into the mains, and a manual as well. The stand is optional. You can even put it on a tabletop because it's flat underneath, and there's a special setting which makes it sound quite good and rich if you do put it on a tabletop and not a stand. So being small and lightweight, it means if you don't have much room in your house, you can move it around or put it up in a bedroom or get it out the way. You can stand it up on its end, put it in a cupboard, doesn't do it any harm. It's also mercifully simple to use as well. Like most electronic appliances these days, you just plug it into the mains, press the on button, and you're away. It resets to piano every single time, so you don't have to worry about any of the other buttons. Not that there are very many anyway, but it's so easy to use. You just plug it in, turn it on and go. It'll give you piano. Some people say probably the most important reason this is popular for beginners is you have volume control. Two ways. One is you can turn the volume up with a slider here on the front, so you can play through the speakers but quietly. The other thing is you can wear headphones. Clamp some headphones on your head, it'll cut the speakers out, and you'll play and you'll hear it but no one else will. So for beginners that is absolutely crucial. Another reason why this is so popular with beginners. The functions on the piano itself all have a practical value. Firstly, there is the volume control, which we've been over, but moving along from there we have a metronome built in. You might remember the old-fashioned way of learning would be with the tick-tock tick, the pendulum metronome that would sit on top. This is all built in now. You can record on the P125. This is fabulous if you're learning to play, because you're able to not only record yourself, save your recording and then play it back and have a listen to yourself, but you can also split it into two hands. So if you can learn your left hand first, have that play back while you practice your right hand. A very popular way of learning to play that, and that is all built in. Now the voices that we have in here, the sounds that it makes, are purposely limited. There are just enough, I think, to keep you interested, because it has a few different pianos, a few different electric pianos, organs, things like strings as well. It doesn't overwhelm you. There's not too many that you might play with and get distracted. And lastly, it requires no maintenance whatsoever. This is a digital piano. It's never going to go out of tune. It's not like traditional pianos that you'd have to get a tune around every few months. Digital pianos will never ever go out of tune. So why has this model by Yamaha been so popular compared to the other brands that make digital pianos at similar prices? Really, it's all to do with Yamaha's rich heritage of making pianos and instruments through the years, over a century of doing it, and they are so highly respected. They make some of the finest concert grand pianos in the world. All of that heritage, all that experience gets filtered into their digital instruments as well. So the way the keys feel, the way the sound is translated through the speakers, that's what puts Yamaha streets ahead of the competition in the beginner's range, and the higher ranges too. And their reputation for quality is extremely high. If you say to your children's or your own piano teacher that you've bought yourself a Yamaha to practice on at home, they will be thrilled, because the minute you hear Yamaha, you know it's quality. That's what makes Those reasons are what makes the Yamaha P125 one of the most popular beginners pianos in the whole world. If you'd like to see a more detailed demonstration video of this particular model, then click the link in the description below. Do have a look at the ePianos website, where we offer very competitive deals and packages. Delivery across the UK is free. And if you have any questions whatsoever, do leave them in the comments section below, or you can send us an email or just ring us up. So I hope that was useful. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.